Hello, everybody. Welcome back. You are looking at a huge amount of ship boxes here. They are not the only ones available during this event. If you have some boxes from old events, such as Cyan Box, the Neon Rain, Neon Gas, um, chest here, with however many times you've opened it, you can get that. That would be the cyan chest here. Not sure if it's going to carry over opening amount. Lucent Moon does have a carryover here. This is where you can get your Lucent Moon with your Fighter Bay hanger. Opening it 30 times will grant you the Fighter Bay. Opening 60 times will get you the Lucent Moon. It does have a carryover. For me, the most important thing during this event is this, the Dragon Chant Lancer Dreadnought box. This will carry over for me because I had opened a bunch of these a while back. Good morning, Tapzoid. So, what we will be getting today is 3 Lancer Dreadnoughts, in the very least, and at least 1 Marshal. I don't know if I'll be able to do 2 Marshals. I'll have to look at what I'm working with. But at least 1 Marshal is what I'll be starting with. But, yeah, you can see here I've got a total times opened of these boxes at 54, 50, and 58. So I'll be getting 3 Lancer Dreadnoughts. That's good. That finishes off my Lancer Dreadnought collection, and, I have to get them fitted somehow. Either way, good to have. Great to see that I can finally finish these off. What I think I'll do after that is either go for the Lucent Moon boxes or go straight for the skill points in the IP. I don't know. I think for this event, I don't want to go into the Lucent Moon box, just so I can keep all the accounts on the same amount. So that means I'll probably end up going for skill points or IP. And I think IP is going to be what I choose between them. I'm always looking for IP for these 2 characters here. The main character down here and this one here. So that will be good for me. Anyway, so what we're looking at here, before I get too far ahead of myself, we have the Home Returning Festival Cosmic Treasure Boxes. He will get 10 treasure boxes for 110 AUR. Yeah, I was really disappointed that we got Lazarus and not skill points. That sucked. They said they would give us skill points. Anyway, whatever. I'll still take it. I'll figure out something to do with it. I've got a bunch of skills I'm still working on moving around. What this will do is it'll give you 10 treasure boxes that you can choose any of these items from. For me, the Dragon Chant Lancer boxes are the most important. After that, it is IP. I know a few people are going to be going for the skill points. You'll be able to get 3 million skill points out of this, or 15 million Lazarus. Pretty good choice. If you choose to do the Lucent Moon boxes, you will only have to buy 42 more boxes on the store in order to get a Lucent Moon. And let me show you that here. I won't be buying any of them to show you that, but if you get this box, you'll get 10 boxes of Lucent Moon. If you then open up 42 of these, you will be able to get a Lucent Moon. The reason why it's 42 is because you will get one box for every 5 that you get. Opening 40 will get you 8 boxes for free, which means you've got to compensate for the extra 2 boxes to get your Lucent Moon. So that is the cheapest ship on the event right now. After that, it would be the Marshall. Buying 50 Marshall boxes will get you a Marshall because you'll get 10 boxes for free. That is pretty awesome. And then you've got like the Assault Carrier box, the Lancer Dreadnought box, or at least this is the Lancer Dread box and the Bodyguard box. So when you complete this, you will get the options of the bodyguards, which is really, really nice. Getting invited to the fleet. So yeah, you'll be able to choose the bodyguards here or the Lancer Dreads. I prefer the bodyguards when you have to choose a ship. But like I said, I had a little bit of carryover from a really old event. That thankfully I get to finish off. So I'm good. That's awesome. The other thing you'll get from this, which is kind of important, is the choice of a disruptive lance or a close-in weapon. In order to get that box, you have to open up 30 of these Dreadnought Lucky Draw boxes, but this also means that we're going to see a market crash for these modules. So, very good. I'm happy with that. Let's have a look at the Assault Carrier boxes, because they should include a hangar. Yeah, I think so. Nope, no, they do not include a hangar. They do include the Swarm Carrier Defense module, though. Which is gonna be pretty nice. And of course you can choose the Anaconda, Visago, Visarte, and Villain. Yeah, I don't see anything else here that's, like, really crazy important. Opening the box 15 times will get you your lightweight ships. Opening 30 times will grant you the Swarm Mothership Defense Module. And opening 60 times will grant you your Assault Carrier Op Supply. Shanghai was the same box as last time, so you'll be getting your Shanghai for 50 boxes. That's still a lot of AUR there. Not great. I need to check what comes inside the Marshall box. Okay, so we're gonna get the shield inhibitor and armor link disruptor for this. Not very useful outside of PvP, generally. but opening 50 times will grant the Marshall module supply opening. Oh, interesting. So, we actually need 45 boxes to get the Marshall. Not, not the 50. Is it 40 or 45? Because we're getting one free for every 5 we buy. Okay, so we need to buy 42 Marshall boxes in order to get a Marshall this time around. That is only 4,200 AUR, which is still a lot. That's $120 or something like that. $150 to get your Marshalls. But that's way better than it was in the past, where you had to get 60 boxes at 120 of them. I'm glad they've updated this to be a little bit cheaper. So, good to note that Marshall only requires 42 boxes. Okay. Good. Interesting. So, let's go ahead and jump into opening these. Because I want to. On this character down here, we're going to be picking up... Hey, which one of you did that? There we go. We're going to be picking up the Assault Fighter boxes. I want 3 of them for the Assault Guards on my Chimera. So we're definitely going to be doing that. Yeah. Yeah, it's unfortunate that Shanghai is not there. Right, and then the rest of these are getting their Lancer Dreadnoughts. You are gonna see where I live, unfortunately. Because I can't just block out my whole screen here. There's my fighter boxes. Yep, get ready for that screenshot. Okay, so this one needed 10. This one needed 6. And this one needed 2? Okay, I'm not gonna open any more until I have these going. Yeah. Alright, so there's a good screenshot here. And then, here we go. Open, open, open. So the two that I am missing currently are going to be the Karura and the Hubris. So we're going to pick up a Karura, we're going to pick up a Hubris. And then I have the option to go with another Valraven, I can go with another Vayne, because I did buy a Vayne recently. I'm not sure what I want to choose on that, so I'll probably leave that be until somebody tells me what they want, and we can work on that. Because I'm probably going to sell this to Corp, which is really nice. Okay, now as for the rest of these boxes here... What box is that? Okay. And this one doesn't have any more. I think I'm just gonna go with IP. That makes the most sense for these characters. I'm always looking for a way to increase IP, get me back up off of my feet. Alright. Well. You know, I'm really debating whether I want to get a second Karura here. Because it would be nice to go up to a Karura. Instead of the Phoenix. Definitely something to think about. Alright. So that's done. Let me quickly jump over to my Chimera. You know what? I think I'm gonna do that. I think I'm gonna go ahead and just open another Karura here. Okay, we're gonna be replacing our previous batch of stuff with Assault Furbolgs. Or Assault Guards. I said I wanted to get these, this Chimera up and running, so this is why I'm doing this. It needs to have more DPS. Hi, Azim, welcome. Alright, so a little bit of increase in DPS, I will take it. About 1,000 DPS more. Alright, so now that leaves me with... I need to send that one, and that one. Yes, definitely. Actually, you know what? That one I will strip the fittings on. Okay, so let's get these. Send this one back to my Dreadnought character. And now you're gonna see a crazy hanger here. Ooh, still missing on the 30% extra DPS. Ooh. Alright, so what you're seeing here is every Dreadnought, almost every carrier, in for the basic stuff. And the Lancer Dreadnoughts. My Nidhogger is currently out on lease to somebody. So that means now I have owned the Nidhogger, the Thanatos, the Archon, the Moros, the Phoenix, the Revelation, and the Naglfar. I now also have the Karura, the Hubris, the Bane, and the Valraven, which is good. Out of sheer curiosity, and the Chimera, of course, we saw the Chimera. Out of sheer curiosity, what is this hangar worth with just these ships? We also have another Karura over here. We have a Minotaur and an Apostle. And that puts my collection at 605 billion ISK without the Bane included. With the Bane included, that's like 650 billion on just this one character. When I said that I intended to own one of every Dreadnought and Carrier, well, one of every capital ship, really, this is what I'm talking about. I want to have all the capital ships, so I can make content on them as people want it. So, that's good. We've got that done. I think we're in a really good spot now. Having completed all of the Lancer Dreadnoughts, all the regular Dreadnoughts, and all of the regular carriers, now I need to figure out how I'm going to get my hands on the assault carriers, the Navy carriers, and the bodyguard dreads. Might be a while before I get the next event that I can buy boxes, but otherwise I'll still be looking at how to get hold of them with ISK to supplement that. Either way, so that's the most interesting part of the update for me. There's the hubris. Alright, so we're gonna exit out of that one there. And now we've gotta go over to the other characters. No, that does not include Cyan and Shanghai on that character. That is just the nullsec capitals. I already have owned Cyan and Shanghai in the past, multiple times. Currently have a Lucid Moon, so we're quite good on capital ships. Alright, so we've got to jump onto the alphas today. Alright, welcome to the scope. The annual Home Returning Festival is upon us. Home Returning Frenzy is spreading across New Eden, and traffic congestion in the Kador region has reached. Incoming interbus temporary communication request connecting. Greetings, Pilot. As you can see, the event has generated a huge amount of ships. Orders are piling up, and our warehouses are in a state of emergency. It will cause irreparable damage to the shipping industry if the situation continues. In order to fill the massive ship orders, we have launched the brand new ship rental project with Scope. You can rent the ships that you don't normally use to groups in need, and they will pay a regular fee. The platform will return your ships once the lease ends. For those of you that are ship collectors, this is a great event. Alright, lots of dialogue, completely worthless information. Let's go directly to the event page. Where we will find a 7-day login. Make sure you grab it, because it does not tell you that there are new stuff. These are the new nano lattice materials. If it'll pull up any information about it. I don't think so. There we go. This is going to be used in the new nano lattice supply store. We'll check that out in a minute, but first, we've got the ship rental project. Alright, so we're going to want to look for things like this, where it's main combatant. You want a battleship. I have... Let's see, what do I have? A Praxis. You want a battlecruiser. I have... I don't think I have a battle cruiser here. Alright, you want a cruiser? I definitely have a cruiser somewhere. You want a... What do you want? A tornado? You're not getting a tornado. And you want a Tech 9 ship or above. Looks like I really can't do much with this. Alright. Because that'll put those ships on cooldown as well. Let's go and see if we can find a different one that we can do. Okay, this one needs 2 ships above Tech 7 and Tech 8. Let's see. I have a Dominix, and I have a Praxis. Actually, this should be the other way around. Alright, so you've got maximum satisfaction, you hit OK. And now, every time you complete this, you will get these ISK rewards. You'll get some fireworks, more ISK. It'll tell you how long, and it'll tell you 4 hours that they're going to be gone for. If they complete the whole thing, you will get your fireworks, which is really cool. Now, it doesn't tell me anything about having a high slot or anything like that. So, it is what it is. I know I need to pick up at least $50 more, so you're not going to see me do this. Alright. Back on screen. Maybe. One of them's having issues. Oh hell. Guess I need to shut that one down and reload it. There we go. Okay, so I'm gonna leave that off for now. There we go. Alright. So that's how that works. Yeah, it's definitely sad when you lose a ship, but I think they fixed that issue now. Alright, what else do we have? We have... There's so much to go through today. So, we still have the old stuff here. We have Wasting for Combat test still. We have the Renewed Auspice event. The 7-day login. The ship rental project. Let's check on Omega Duo. Okay, that's good. Then let's go back to the store. And we're gonna go check on the exchange store. And, ooh, Concord Pass update. So we've got Battleship Core Op supplies for Dark Halo and Thermomagnetic Storm Core 2s. Very nice. That's really good, actually. It's a bit expensive at 60,000 Concord points, but that's not that different from what we were doing with the keys. They've also added... Oh my. Okay, so are we getting still one Tesseract core? We are. Research core supply, definitely here. Research core, regular lucky draw. So this is the one you can roll. There's gonna be... This is pretty much our old, research lucky draw with the keys. Interesting. And then we have defense skill lucky chest. Oh. So if you open 5 tries, you're gonna get a guaranteed defense skill lucky chip. You can get all of the advanced skills here. Wow, look at that. Advanced team combat here. Instead of paying ISK. That's a really good deal there. Industrial skill, what do we get here? Exumer and industrial module and capital module. Ooh. Interesting. With an op box? Can these be sold on the market? They can. These can be sold on the market. Interesting. We can make ISK again on the Concord Pass. By getting enough skill points, you can sell skill chips. Since they're not, clone bound. Ooh. See? Now that's good. That's really good. Let's see, did they unclone bound this? Nope. How about the industry boxes? What do we get here? Okay, so no Orca there. Definitely no Orca there, but we do have the Governor. No Orca, no Orca. Okay. I thought they might have added it, but oh well. Alright, Nano Lattice. We've got decryption keys that we need, or decoding keys, which can be gotten from the Nanocore collection in the store. Which isn't here. Alright. Yeah, now there's a reason to get the Elite Pass again. Let's see, what do we have? So we got the Nanocore Collection Lucky Draw, which needs 1 decoding key. Gives you thermomagnetic... Okay, so this is the old boxes. Cool. Awesome. Research Core Advanced Lucky Draw. You can get a capital ship here, Research Core, for 25 openings, which is 975 AUR for a Research Core. That's pretty good. Especially for a capital ship Nanocore. Also gives you, like, Research Cores for all of the other battleships and things like that. So that's really good. Most importantly here was the capital ship one going on the standard carriers and the standard battleships. What do we got here? Same thing? Yes, same thing. 25 openings. It will take 3,000 nano lattice to do that. You're gonna get nano lattice from reprocessing nanocores that you get. You're also gonna get nano lattice from reprocessing medium experiment data if you had any left over. Nanolattice is also going to be used for another thing, which we'll go into later. Alright, what else interesting here? So we've got the Dark Halo Op Supply for Nanolattice. That's pretty good. We've got the Thermomagnetic Storm Core for Nanolattice as well. Just straight up. That's really good. Alright, so now we have two different ways to get your hands on Thermomagnetic and Dark Halo. That is really nice. We have yellow balls, red balls, general data banks, 200 for 150 nanolattice. That's a pretty good deal. I'd say that's pretty decent. You get 20 for 30 nanolattice. These are clone bound. You get 1 for 25. Is that worth it? Depending on how much nanolattice we're gonna be, like, sitting on after a while, it might be worth it, but I don't know, seems a little bit high. It's better than the last time we had the blue balls. Okay, 20,000 free SP for 50 nanolattice. I would say that sounds like a good deal. Yeah, I think I've got a few laying around that I can do, since I gathered up a bunch of them. So, 50 nanolattice? That sounds like a good deal. Ooh, 200 IP for 40 nanolattice. You can get this once a week. That's a good deal. That right there is a good deal. If you're missing IP, you now have a regular way to get it. Alright, and then we also have Ascension compilers. You can get 10 of them for 140 nanolattice every week. That is also a really good deal. That is going to be saving you, I believe they're 20 million each right now. So, you're looking at saving 200 million every week if you have a bunch of nanolattice that you're laying around on. to get 10 every week. That is a good store. Alright, now I need to figure out where we're getting our decoding keys. Because I don't see them here, and I don't see them here. It seems like maybe it's just a carryover for those people that had them. Because the ISK exchange store isn't here either. Ooh. New promotion here. You can get up to 160... So 1,600 Tesseract cores for 9,600 AUR. I think that is a fairly reasonable amount if you really need a bunch of Tesseract cores. I think. It might be a bit high. But that means you get enough to put a gold nanocore on your super carrier. So that's pretty good. Okay, ISK Exchange Store does not have a thing. Yeah, I think for the average player, this is not bad. Still a little expensive. If you need, like, let's say 200 or 100, that's still really expensive. I don't know. It's kind of 50-50 on whether that's not worth it or not. You have to be really close to getting your gold core to make that worth it. Hey, I don't really see anything, like, major new here. So that's good. Alright. So let's go ahead and start getting our marshals. Ship supply return. We're gonna pick up 42 of these. The reason we're getting 42 is because if you go down to the bottom, opening 25 times will guarantee the Marshall module supply. Opening 50 times will grant the Marshall ship supply. We are given 1 extra box for every 5 that we buy. That means if we buy 40 boxes, we'll be given 8 boxes for free, which leaves us with just 2 extra boxes we have to make up for. So, let's go ahead and get 42 of them. That is going to be 4,200 AUR. And I think it drops the rest in your rewards. Yes. It drops the rest in your rewards as bonus gift. You can see here, that's that 8 boxes here. So I'm going to mark L and claim red. I also need to check this. So, okay. We're gonna get our marshals here. Oh, gotta grab the rewards. My bad. Alright, item hanger. And let's find these boxes. So you'll see here, now I have a total of 50 boxes. Really nice. Let's go ahead and open all 50. And see what rewards we get. So we've got a bunch of materials I can sell. Bunch of Nanocore reset materials, that's nice. One wave graph, a Marshall module supply, and a Marshall ship supply. Same thing here. Ooh, more wave graphs here. Very nice. Alright, that looks really good. I think I'm just gonna outright sell the Waste Seeker graphs. That sucks to lose like almost 200 million on that if I sell it to a buy owner. But I'm gonna do it anyway. Because I want ISK. Alright. So that takes care of that. We now have something we have to do. I need to disassemble this Star Melody AI core. I need to send them to the... Oh, it went to the, core data bank, which is good. I now need to pick up the boxes for the Marshall. Which one's worth the most right now? .6, 2.1. So I think we'll go for the two shield field inhibitors. And we'll sell those on the market. Okay, so we're gonna be given the Marshall Infinite Nanocore. That's the blue Nanocore for the Marshall. Kind of completely useless for me. Alright, let's open... Well, what do we want to open here? Okay, let's open... Well, I kind of want to keep that. This one. Gonna go with the Atron. I want to see how much nano lattice they give us. I think it's a few billion, if I'm not mistaken. Can't find it because it's down here. Actually, I think they dropped in price quite a bit. Yeah. I think if I put one up for like a billion, I'd probably sell it. There's no need in me having the blue. Alright, so here's that Dark Halo core. Interesting. So now it tells you it has the Golden Core enhancement available to it. It has core integration available to it. It gets a mode array and an ancillary array. Interesting. What happens when we hit reprocess? Alright, so we're going to be given no upgrade materials, but we are given 862 nanolattice. That is really good, I think. Because I know I have a battleship one as well. Wait, does this go on the Drake? It does, so I don't want to do that yet. I know I've got a battleship one as well, so let's take a faction battleship box. We'll go with, like, Trailblazer. And we'll grab, I don't know, Barguest? Because it's, no, let's go with Nestor. It's the most expensive ship, so we'll see if this changes how much we get. Same thing as usual, Golden Core enhancement, Nanocore core integration. We get a mode array and an ancillary array. Let's hit reprocess. $4,000 nanolattice. I would say we're gonna be swimming in nanolattice. As long as we're always doing the, boxes with Concord points. So, very, very good. That is actually a lot. Alright, let's go ahead. We're gonna jump over into the Marshall while we're here. Look at it. We're back up to Marshalls again. We now have 2 marshals yet again. Let's go ahead and go to the fittings real quick. I've got most of the stuff that I need here. Not all of it, though. Still gotta buy 3 more of these things, my god. We're gonna get this fitted up, and then we're gonna look at Nanocore integration. Okay. So I don't have my module there right now. Go Cavalry Navy, because I like it. And I don't really have any of the other modules I need. We're at 27 kilometer optimal range on that. That's crazy. We also have a 47 missile range, which is really good. Really good application, too. Oh my, I have to get a lot more stuff. Alright. Okay, we're gonna go with an afterburner on this one. Large shield extenders, yeah. Okay. So, we don't have everything I need, unfortunately. But, we can now look at it. Alright, so I have the Marshall Star Melody Nanocore. We're gonna go ahead and fit that. We're gonna grab the Star Melody upgrade here. I would prefer having the standard chip, because Star Melody is just like an absolute mess for me. So I think we'll go with standard. I do really love like Starbreak and stuff, but I don't have it on these characters. So we're gonna grab okay, maybe we'll keep that one a darker color. Make this one lighter. We'll make this bright red. Or not. Okay, so we're gonna make this white. And we're gonna make this one red. So I can tell the difference between my ships. Now, I know I don't have enough to go into this. I'm close, but not quite. Alright, let's check core integration. Look, Capsulator, welcome to the Nanocore integrated system. Next, I'll walk you through some basic rules. Simply put, its working principle is somewhat similar to Radiant integration. After installing nanocores that meet the requirements into different types of arrays, the integration will read and activate these secondary attributes to match the array type. The idle cores you use to dump in your inventory now have a purpose. Tap the yellow exclamation point, blah blah. Once you're done reading, you can close this. Okay, bunch of stuff. So here we have each integration array requires the main core to activate a certain number of upgrades. Yep, okay. Level 5 secondary attribute upgrade. So this is the mode upgrade. It will require level 4. Let's see if we can do that. Ooh, that's pretty good. I like that. Right, so I need a bunch more. Well, let's just see. Okay, so definitely we need to go to level 4 to get to it. Okay. So let's see if I have a bunch of materials laying around. Here we have 8 of these for learning stuff. We have not much in the way of materials for upgrades. So let's take that nano lattice that we've got. Since I have 5,000 nano lattice, I can pick up a bunch of these. So that's 500. And there's 25 of these as well. That's 3,700. I don't have any cardboard points right now. I can get some, though. It's not going to give us a whole bunch. Let's see. And this is the big one. This is the smaller one. But I am not seeing any more nanocore materials that I can pick up. I think I've picked up all of the nanocore materials that I can get, unless I want to start spending AUR on these boxes, which will give you level 4s. Okay. See, this is a little tedious when you don't have a whole lot of material. Okay, does that fix that issue? No, still not level 4. Okay. So I'm not going to be able to finish this off. Not unless I spend multiple billions. Which I could do. $3.6 versus 2.9. Yeah. I wonder if there's a better way to do this. Okay, so if I go and do the level 10 pass, and don't I have 499? No, I don't. Okay. Alright. Well, I guess I'm doing that. Alright, now I have enough. And then we'll get an extra 50,000 points. Let me launch planetary so we can get that too. we're just trying to maximize what I'm getting for Concord points, so I can get a bunch of materials here. So we still get the 50,000. What happened under event? Okay. So 80,000 points to get as many of these boxes as I can. $40 material boxes. That should help me finish that. Alright, we're gonna open all 4 of these, and we got pretty much nothing. Alright. Back to the Nanocore here. So I'm assuming this is level 1, level 2, level 3, and level 4 here. Oh, come on, don't do this to me. I just need 2 success. Oh, come on. There we go. This has been an adventure. I'll keep the warp stability. I'll probably re-roll this one, though. That's a little bit better right now. Man. Okay. So now, theoretically, I might be able to do my core integration. No. Why? Why is it not level 4? Maybe it needs to update. Okay, so they definitely did not want to make this easy to get to. Alright. Well, I guess I'm not showing off how this works. Yeah, so it says you must unlock and activate. Oh, I gotta upgrade the subcore as well? Wow. So the mode is at level 4 of the main core. The scan resolution and, well, yeah, the electronic warfare and the, defense one are at different levels as well. Yeah, it does not include the first unlock. You can see, I am currently with the main unlock and then 3 upgrades. I need this 4th upgrade to actually get the mode unlocked. Which is interesting. And then I also have to have the one that I put in to this also has to be at this level. Or, it has to be at this level. So, yikes. That's gonna take a lot to do. Okay, so I have a Caldari Navy Amplifier. I have a Target Painter. I have a Trusantia Scrambler. And I'll go with the Caldari Navy Scrambler because I think it still gets optimal range of 20 kilometers. Yeah. Wow. Then it's like, what do you do from here? I've got a rapid fire module, so that's good. That's what I want. And then I guess I just do the group shield boosters. Got no integrations or anything here. Alright. Got a long way to go today. Right, so... I'm thinking, like... maybe take the integrated rig off of the... off of the rattlesnakes? The cobras? I don't really want to do that, though. These need to be level 9. Public Fleet Target Painter. And then I need a Caldari Navy Scram. I would go with the True Sancha Scrams, but, they're a bit expensive right now. Even those are expensive. I don't think there is any other group shield boosters anywhere. Maybe. I don't know. This one. This one. These two. It's not really worth it to do that. Okay, so I still need a damage control. I need to pick up an all-round damage control or something like that. Low slots, damage control. Yeah, this is the one thing that I'm like, yeah, I kinda need for a lot of this. Right, already working our way up there. Yeah, better in DR than outside of station. Very true. Yeah, and with that, I could probably drop the Afterburner for, like, another shield extender if I need it. But we're already gonna be, like, incredibly tanky, even if we don't include the integrations. Alright, so I need to jump onto my Cobra. Actually, I need to see if it's in a different location, that shield extender. It's not. Okay, so what did I do with it? Did I only have a... No, I had two on this ship. Oh, it's right there. How did I completely miss that? They usually don't make it to the early morning streams. Uh, just how it goes. Okay, so I need 3 Hist C-types and a yellow Pithum C-type. And an all-around damage control. .3. Wait. 5 C-types. 840,680. Yep. So, 3 of these. And a yellow C-type. Was it a Pithum or a Pith? Pithum. Damage control. All round. Okay, so here comes the interesting part of this. Now I have to decide if I want to go with like a 4P 60 or a 4P 70 resistance integration. Yeah, no problem. $941,000, 111,000 shield hit points. Yeah, what I really should do is integrate for the EM thermal kinetic and explosive. Okay.
Docking request accepted.
Realistically, I don't actually need that integration, but it would be really nice to have. Hmm. Okay, so let's just start with the engineering side of things. I know what I want there. I want... Well, actually, do I know what I want? I think I want 2 semiconductors and 1 targeting time. Or I can do a semiconductor, a CCC, and a targeting time. Get, like, the most amount of each. Which would be really good. I could go with 2 CCCs and a targeting time, but that won't be nearly as good as a semiconductor and a CCC right off the bat. So I'm going to do 1 semiconductor, 1 capacitor control, and 1 targeting time. And there's not many of those left. Okay, somebody put some on the market. Good. A 4P 60 is 2.9 billion. And I kinda need it to be a 4P. So I can have resistance across the board. So I think with these ships, what I really should do with them is I should do a 4P 60 resistance for right now. I should do a shield amount, and then I should do a, yeah, I'm thinking about doing a 4P. Missile activation time, I think. Yeah, I should do a 4P, a shield amount, and a missile activation time. Yes, we're doing a different setup to the previous Marshal. The previous Marshal, was primarily just a high-sec mission runner. So the highest DPS that I could get out of that was the best. This one is going to be doing Sansha, it's going to be doing Dormant Realm 110. So I want it to have that extra tank. And it'll also be handling, like, future high-sec events as well. What sucks is I really want to do, like, a 4P80 on this thing for the resistance, but I am so far away from having the amount needed to do that. I would rather an event come around where I could buy the 4P80 integration. Um, but for now, I just need enough ISK to do the 4P60. I think that's the best way to go forward here. Because I could also go and look at like a 3P70, but then I'm losing the either the shield amount or I'm losing the missile activation time. I'm not sure what would be better off to go without. We know we can get through DR pretty low at a pretty low DPS between all three ships. So maybe I don't necessarily need the activation time. That's a hard choice. Alright, well, let me get the rigs that I know I want. Yeah, we've got a Star Melody to pretty much compensate all of the DPS on each of these ships. So I'm not too fussed about not having the extra DPS. I think it's fine. Because definitely going with like a 3P70 would be a good start. But that would mean I'd have a 3P70 with 3 of the resistances, a level 3 resistance, and the shield amount. And I could do that, but it's still going to cost the same amount as a 4P60. We'll just have slightly better resistances. But I just don't think I need that much resistance right now. I would rather start with the 4P and have more DPS for other parts of the game. Right now I have a 2P80 with EM and shield extender. And the ship, as it sits right now, has less EHP, but this ship has the worst resistances without the integration. With the integration, it'll be kind of close. So it's kind of like a hard choice there. I could look at 2P80s and a shield amount. That would do the same as a 4P80 at a tenth of the cost. Once again, I'd be giving up the DPS, but it's not a big deal. I am flying 3 ships. I just don't have the ISK right now to do two 2P80s on each ship. Because I do want to get close to matching that resistance profile of the Cobra. And at the moment,
Undocking.
And I won't need to compensate nearly as hard because this bubble is going to kill almost everything anyway. It's just for those times that we don't have the bubble online. The hell is this? Oh, okay. They changed the look. So you can see we're really not that far off. $1,000,000 versus 941,000. Pretty much. That's why I'm not sure if I even need to do, like, the integration. I could just do, like, shield amount and
Docking
2
request accepted.
activation times. Because maybe that would be better. Because Star Melody is going to clear out 99% of the wave. If not the entire wave. I have to think about that. Is it worth it? Maybe not. Maybe I just do shield amount and the 2 activation times. Because we're already really close. But we're going to be experiencing a lot less. Yeah. Yeah, we're going to definitely have a good time this year, getting things up and running. Ah. Okay. I think I've decided. I've talked myself into the shield amount and then 2 DPS rates. Ray Learning Accelerator is what I need. Okay, let's go ahead and get these on here. Okay, so semiconductor, capacitor, and targeting. Okay, that gets me pretty close to what I need. Like I said, I'm a little low on DPS, but I can throw on, like, a ballistic control here. Of course, I don't have anything on this character that I actually need. Weapon upgrades, missile, no, ballistic control. Okay, so the most interesting thing here is going to be how this performs. Oh my, I've got to take all of my stuff out of here. Shield extender, damage control. Damage control. Shield extender. Which one is it? When I'm not activated. Damage control. Damage control. And then I want to look for a missile giant, yeah, the missile buff for my module. On the general unit. Ballistic control. I need... a fairly expensive one would be good. Not that expensive. 700 million. Okay. Looks like this is the one we're going with. Wait, is this the right one? When not active, I get a 23% damage boost. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and buy that one anyway, just in case. Because I still need to upgrade Warhead Charge to the next, like, set. Because if I can get it into, like, level 35, that would give me pretty much everything I need. So I'm gonna go from 22 without the rapid fire to 23. Not huge, but it does help. 20% damage bonus. Okay. Now I have to refuel this thing and see what we're at. And I don't have any fuel, but I did just launch my planets. Now, this is also not including the warhead charging plant, so let's go ahead and throw that on. And I believe we went with explosive bonus on this one. Okay, so that puts us at 3,000 DPS right now without the rapid fire module. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's the old icon. Being next to a planet completely ruins the UI. Alright, so now that we have this, I can put that over there. Yeah. Okay, activate the module here, and there we go. We've got 3,392 DPS with over a million EHP. And that should work out quite well for Dormant Realm. Now, if I go ahead and use the damage control, we jump to 7.6 million EHP. While that damage control is active. And about 3,800 on DPS. Alright. Yeah, I would say that is pretty good. Yeah, I'm gonna enjoy having that setup. That'll be really good. Hi, how you doing today? Welcome, Pajama Vibes. Welcome, welcome. We are just getting done fitting the couple of marshals I picked up. I gotta do some work on this one here. So, I'm gonna hide. What number is this? 20? Okay. I would figure a T3 battleship would be way more. Or at least a little bit more. There we go. Alright, so we're gonna do the same thing that we did with our main here. Set our missions to EI. Okay, what if I already have the other one? I do. Okay, and then I go and launch PI.
Autopilot disabled.
This is just a whole setup here to make this work. Lots going on in the background here. Now I don't think I have enough to get the gold core on the Marshal quite yet. Yeah, I'm still quite a bit far off, but I would take the missile turret damage, I think, there, instead of the shield amount. Got a lot going on here. Just getting these things fitted. Unfortunately, I was not able to show off the core integration, because I did not have enough materials to make it to level 4 of the, implant. Nanocore, sorry. Hmm. Have some materials here. What's it telling me? Okay. Yeah. Yeah, we got so many nano lattice, nano latte. I love that. What was I doing? Oh yeah, going to the cardboard point store. This one, 40. Alright, now we upgrade this Nanocore, probably to a similar extent as this one was. So I need to see what we got. Okay, this, appearance is annoying me. Here we go. We want coloration. Well, I kinda like that blue color there. Yep. Go with like a lighter blue there. This needs to be full on white. This needs to be blue. Alright. Now we're looking good. Really? 2 warp stability is what I get out of that? I'll take 7% shield. No, we're doing pretty good this time. Thermal, I need to go explosive if I see it. There it is. Yeah, I don't think I'll have enough to finish this unless I get, like, really lucky. And, how am I this lucky? What? How is that even possible for me to be that lucky? I did not fail a single one that whole time. How is that even physically possible? Okay, so now we're pretty much at the same thing here. Got the explosive damage. Really want to try for a better explosive damage on that one. Alright. Hey, what? Maybe I'll just have to re-update. Game? That's not what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to give me my Nanocore coloration. Did I not accept it? There we go. Okay. So, I think that's it for me today. Since I can't really, well, actually I might be able to. Let me swap over to the main character. I can't really do anything with
Docking
that today.
request accepted.
Alright, well, that's it for me today. Thank you all so much for joining me. We spent quite a few hours just exploring the update, doing some upgrades, getting our ships, giving tips and tricks on what to do. So thank you all so much for your support, and I will see you on the next one. Take care, and be safe. Snoopy lost her, watch streak.